Hello and welcome to OT Reacts, and here we are for episode 20 of Attack on Titan. I am super excited because, well, not only am I excited for the episode, but I do actually want to go through some of the things in last episode, episode 19. I'm actually gonna put some of the clips of it on screen. Like I'm gonna dissect it a little bit, or not dissect it, but just talk about it because there's some things that where when I rewatched the episode, I'm like, what is this? And I really felt like I needed have it on screen while I talk about it because it makes more sense that way. So that's gonna play right now. So yeah, this is a quick thing. I mean, this was obvious in the episode. You know, it was pretty easy to see and notice. You know, it's Colt's body here. It's charred up just like Armin's body. Due to the heat of a Titan, he's right next to Falco as he turned into kind of a wild Titan because of Zeke's scream. And I mean, I didn't even talk about Colt dying last episode, by the way. That was a big thing, or kind of big thing. But the whole episode was two brothers, and he passed away during the episode. But is there a small chance that he didn't die? Just because Attack on Titans had moments, and other shows, plenty of other shows have had times where they just they make you think the character dies, but really they're fine. You think back exactly to a situation just like this, to Armin in season 3, the second half of season 3. When his body got charred up just like this, and he was still kicking it, he was still alive. And there's no conclusive evidence here that Colt's dead. Of course, Colt is he's much lower on the on the table. He's a much lower order character than Armin is, of course. So there's a bit less plot armor in that sense. But is there a chance he's still alive, especially since they specifically showed us he has his body just like Armin? And considering all the Titan shifters in this area, is there a chance that he could survive if he drank some spinal fluid, or whatever Zeke powers, stuff like that? Or could it be like a thing where because the founding Titan, or a Titan with the founding Titans complete power, can alter the bodies of people of Ymir? Could they alter the body so that to one specific person, and save them from being on the brink of death? Could he heal them basically? I feel like there's a chance they could do that. And then also that line of thinking, could someone with the founding Titan make the people of Ymir, damn near invincible? Is there a chance they could do that? I mean, I'm not saying that's gonna happen, because what does that really solve for them? But I'm just saying, is there some does the founding Titan's power have that go to that extent where it can alter someone's body that dramatically? I don't know. And is there a chance, because I brought up the whole Titan shifter thing, could he take Reiner's power, since Reiner's gonna quote unquote expire soon? Even though I would expect some type of Reiner Eren reunion before that happens. Another one, of course, one last one maybe. But that was the less important thing I want to talk about. The more important thing was a scene, or a group of scenes, whatever, that comes afterwards. So here's the start of it. Obviously Zeke and Eren make contact, with Eren's consciousness still in his head or whatever, his body. He still hasn't passed on, because it happened so quickly. Gabi Shun just fucking his head off his body. So this happens, time's frozen or whatever. It's moving extremely slow. and then we see some interesting, like recollection of memories that happens after this. And I noticed, there's some, flashing memories or whatever during the reaction. I don't remember if I said anything about it, but obviously I saw it. But after the craziness that happened in the second half after that, I kind of just forgot to like look back at it for the post reaction stuff. But after going through the episode again, like after the whole video I recorded, this was the part that stuck out to me the most, is this upcoming bit of memories or whatever you want to say or call them. Yeah, let's look through them. So they make contact, and then we get this like weird trippy space paths type thing that that's whatever. Almost looks like typically how like a time travel show would show, like moving, traveling through time, or if you're like moving through a wormhole, some type of sci-fi type looking thing. And then we see that it's a direct shot of a beginning of Eren, and then moves into a shot of Mikasa, so a memory of Mikasa, and then we see a weird blinky eye. And also notice the color of the eye. I think the assumption here is this is supposed to be Eren. This weird human type eye, like real human, I mean, like real life, kind of uncanny looking. But I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be Eren because of the green bluish eye, whatever. And of course these memories are memories of Eren. This is pretty sure this is Reiner. It looks like I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Reiner, right? He looks so different, he looks so young here, but that's supposed to be Reiner. So another memory of Eren's. And then here we see Faye, Grisha's little sister, so not a memory of Eren, but is a memory of his father and the previous Attack Titan user holder. Then we see a memory of I forget this girl's name, but she is Storia's half sister, and she's part of the Roy family. She was the previous Attack Titan holder, not Attack Titan holder. She's a founding Titan that Grisha ate and became part with the Attack Titan basically. So that's her, I believe. I think it's mainly because of the whole brush thing that we're supposed to know. And the scene where Eren looked in the mirror and it was him in his face on her body or something, and he was like brushing his hair. So I'm pretty sure that's meant to be her. Here we see Reiner, another memory like whisking away or whatever. And this is a memory of Eren. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be Eren under the stage talking to Reiner, and Reiner is like, please, I just want to die, what I did was a mistake, I'm the horrible guy, I'm the bad guy, whatever. And Paco is off to the side. Then we transition to Armin, another Eren memory, and then we go to what seems like a Grisha memory of when he fought the royal family for the founding Titan. And then we get Levi, we get Sasha and Connie, and then we get Falco. So all Eren memories, it seems like. And then we get this weird one here that happens so fast you really can't see it. So wait, here I have to pause it. I don't know who this is. My first assumption, because here we have a guy in like a formal, government military type suit. A family, looks like a father, and here it's either like, a mother or a child. It's kind of hard to tell, because it's in like father's embrace. It could be like father, mother, kid here. At first I was confused, but then I thought, could this be Eren Kruger's memories? Because we know that he I believe his family, got burned to death by the Marley, military government or whatever. And he watched in the crack of like his closet or something. So I think that's probably them. That's probably Aaron Kruger's family, and then this obviously mixes in with, all these memories so far have been memories of people that were Titan holders, Titan shifters, in Aaron's path of Aaron of Titan family tree. Where the where the power transitions. So these are previous users in Aaron's mind or whatever. And then we see the Colossal Titan Aaron memory. This is a weird one. Looks like Reiner, Levi. I think this is supposed to be John, and then who knows, whatever these two guys are. At first I didn't I wasn't sure who this was, so but I'm like, what is this supposed to be? It kind of looks like it's just like a sauna or something. I know, I'm pretty sure it's not like a sauna scene in any of the original episodes. There might be in like an OVA or something. I've seen like 3 OVAs, like No Regrets. I've seen Ilse's Notebook, and I think I saw like one more. I saw the John one. But there's like two more. There's a couple episodes of OVAs I haven't seen. So unless that's from here, or like some weird story that they told, some side story, not side story, but like an off thing that they talked about in the regular show. I don't remember this, but they seem kind of like downtrodden, like upset, like Reiner, like like I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a steam room, a sauna, because they're all sweating or whatever. They seem kind of sad. I don't know, it's a bit off. Like Zeke, I mean Levi kind of always looks like that, but Reiner looks upset. John is like had his hands in his face, so I don't know. This is a pretty odd one. I feel like this one, I don't know. I don't know what's the deal with this one. But the next few ones are the ones I really want to talk about. So we see that and whisk away into steam. And then that was Kid Grisha screaming into regular Grisha. And we see the walls, the birds, the key. Now this is the really weird thing. So the key transitions into this chick. Who this is, I don't know. Blonde girl, blue eyes. Thought of like Historia at first, and it kind of does look like Historia with her hair down, but it looks a little too young. But here, what is this? What is this? I'm gonna go rewind this again. So this might just be a character we don't even know then, because considering the next person that shows up, who is this? This is clearly like a goth, a girl or lady or whatever going for a goth look, which is something that's completely out of the realm or spectrum of where we are right now, in the world, in the Attack on Titan world. So obviously this is some type of either future thing. These are future people, like way future, because this looks like something. This looks like an anime version of someone that would of someone's style right now. And then this is compounded. This person kind of looks like Armin. Don't know if it's a guy or a girl. My first thought was it's a girl, but maybe it's a guy. I don't know. But kind of modern looking glasses. The clothes look a little bit like that too. And then we see the sea, the bird. It's the final thing. Besides, obviously, Ymir. The founder. And then we go into the paths or whatever you want to call it. But this section with the goth girl glasses is really what like freaked me out rewatching this episode. Yeah, that's why I really wanted to show, you know, the whole clip and everything, and because I felt like that was something that I needed to show to explain it better. What is meant by this? So those, all right, so early in the show, of course, they explained that the powers of the Titans, you know, the connection that all people of Ymir share, it has no bounds. There is no there's basically no limit to how, you know, they're connected. Even it'll pass through any type of wall. You know, time cannot contain the connection the people of Ymir have. You know, the normal confounds of what you'd imagine time has. The connection the people of Ymir have, you know, it breaks all that. You know, it can go forward in time, back in time, whatever. It doesn't matter. You know, whatever happened that formed this connection between the people of Ymir, it is, you know, damn near unbreakable. And we constantly see stuff, you know, from the future in our current times, or in the past, or whatever. So obviously, I'm pretty sure, you know, those shots of people are supposed to be of people of the future, because we don't know them, obviously. And like, you know, considering the, you know, the styles or whatever. And also considering the sequence of these memories, and, you know, whose memories these were. You know, these were all memories of people in the line of users that eventually leads to Eren. So you would assume that these memories of these future people, you know, like the blonde-haired chick, the goth girl, and then the person with the glasses, these are all memories from some future user of Eren's Titan. You know, whoever Eren passes this power on to, you know, assuming that happens, but looking at these memories, it kind of gives the assumption that Eren's gonna his Titan will move on to someone after him, and these are memories of that person, you know. Or, you know, is there a chance that Eren dies and his Titan moves on to, you know, some random Eldian child? And also in that situation, this is a little side thing, I guess, because it probably won't be important to the story, or it probably won't happen. But in this situation where Eren has multiple Titans, you know, he has the Attack Titan, Founding Titan, he has a Warhammer Titan. I believe those are the three he has. He would, if he passed away without, you know, directly handing his Titan to someone else, would those Titans that he has, would they split apart to three different children? So one child would get the Attack Titan, some other random child would get the Founding Titan, and then some other random child would get the Warhammer Titan? Or would it continue how it was collected, you know, and it'll be one child that has all three of them? Like, are these three Titans, you know, the Warhammer, the Attack, and the Founding, are they together forever? Are they, you know, now some kind of, you know, new, like, pseudo Titan, this new, you know, Titan that deserves a new name, you know, what do you want to call it, the Eren Titan or whatever? Is that the Is that the situation? Is that what happens? If Eren died, my assumption would be that they would split, because I just feel like it makes sense. I feel like it's supposed to be meant. It's supposed to be one Titan, one body. Typically. So that's what I would expect would happen, but there's a chance that it could, all go into one child if Eren died. And obviously, someone ate him directly, they would automatically get off there. That's just a side thing I want to bring up. So we saw future memories, or what seemed like future memories. Like, I don't think they're like memories from like some alternate universe. Like, there's a chance of that, but I don't think that makes sense. I said it's like, the connection of the people you marry breaks everything, but I don't know if it would break to an alternate universe like that. And also, considering the whole thing that they're memories of one chain of holders of the power of the Titans, the chain of people in Eren's line. So that kind of wouldn't make sense if it was in like some alternate universe. Could it be past memories? Like throw us for a loop that kind of like I was about to compare to something I forgot, but this world of Attack on Titan is actually kind of set. If you were to place it in this world, in our world, the moments in Attack on Titan are actually in the future, and something happens in real life that in our world that causes some, like, I don't know, apocalyptic type thing, destroys society, and it's rebuilt and it turns into the Attack on Titan world. Is that supposed to be what it is? And I think there's kind of a case for that, because it's always references to real world things. There is like an Asian clan. They describe them as like Asian or Oriental, which are real world terms. Like there has to be an Asia or an Orient to be able to call them that. It's not like it's some like universal term in language, or not language, but I mean across different to a world that's not Earth. So could those memories of like the goth girl or whatever be memories from the past and not the future? Or does does the Attack on Titan world develop into our world? I think that's honestly, because that might be the initial thought there, but yeah, I'm kind of starting to think that it's kind of that there's a decent chance that this is like actually the past, and our world developed into their world, and not their world develops into our world. So we might have like a different thought of what time Ymir lived in. Like Ymir lived in our time, but it seems kind of off. That seems a little off too, because Ymir looked like, I don't know, the way she dressed, it seemed like it was more in their times, like or times more in the past than it is in like in a present time. I'm kind of just saying bullshit right now, but that's not what it sounds like. But that's just how confusing Attack on Titan is. But yeah, the whole 2,000 years to you in the future. So and also you got to think of the sequence of those memories. It goes from the blonde girl, goth girl, glasses girl, and then it goes to Ymir. So is that supposed to be a thing where those people are connected to Ymir, and it's the thought that those people actually are in the past, and Ymir was like friends with them or whatever, because Ymir is also directly in the line of holders with Eren. She's a past holder of the founding Titan, and she's, I'm pretty sure, she's supposed to be connected with all of the Titan shifters, but especially with Eren, because Eren holds the founding Titan. So could those have been her memories, Ymir's memories? And I feel like that could make sense as well, because I don't know, is Eren really gonna pass his Titan powers on? So the thought that those people of the Goth, Blonde, Glasses Girl are memories of Eren's future holders, but is Eren really gonna have a future holder? I don't think so. Like, I don't know if the whole power of the Titans is even gonna survive past this show, or what they show. This part of history in the world. Like, I feel like I don't think they're just gonna continue to pass on these Titan powers. I feel like that's the whole thing about this show that they're trying to nail in, and what Eren is trying to do, and even Zeke. Titans are Titan shifters and Titans and all this. It's what am I trying to say exactly? I don't know. I just feel like Titan shifters are just not gonna exist after this. Like this whole power of the Titans. I feel like this all ends here, is what I'm feeling. Like, I feel like if you continue the whole Titan shifter stuff, first of all, you're doing the whole thing that Eren doesn't like, is like, we're gonna breed like cattle, and that we're gonna and a big thing is this is the kind of the thing I want to say, burdening future generations with your problems and with your struggles is a major no-no. And this is enforced with Grisha feeding his thoughts onto little Zeke. That's a big no-no. Placing what you want to happen into Zeke's mind, and not letting him be a kid. Just like giving someone a Titan shifter power to like a kid, for example, would burden them with only 13 years of life, and responsibilities to do whatever is asked of those Titan shifters. I just do not think that's going to continue past the show. So I just don't think Eren would have it. I think the whole Attack Titan string of users, or even because he has the Warhammer and the Founding Titan, I think that ends with him, or maybe one person directly after him or something, one of the characters we know, but it's gonna end there. So that makes me more think Goth Girl, Glasses Girl, Blonde Hair Girl are past memories. And I'm kind of throwing out the idea that I kind of do think that this is an extension of our world, but in the future, but post like apocalyptic, because we've had stories kind of like this. You could even point to like Fallout, where it's our world a bit in the future, but destroyed by nuclear warfare, and now we're in a completely different type of society. So it could be a situation like that where it's and a lot of people in the Fallout universe don't even fucking remember anything about the past. There's remnants of it, but a lot of it is newly developed stuff, and I feel like a similar situation could be happening here in the Attack on Titan world. Like I said, with the whole Oriental and Asian thing, and also the world having similar races as we have in our world. We saw there's like there's black people, there's white people, there's whatever, there's like even like Middle Eastern looking people. So similar races to what we have in our world. So I feel like too much of it ties in with our world for it to maybe not to be ours, you know. Obviously an alternate universe, because we're obviously not gonna eventually turn into Titans or whatever. Maybe a slightly different world, you know. I don't know when it splits off from ours, but I'm starting to slowly believe that might be the case. You know, I'm not 100% sold on it. You know, I need to see more, but I think that's starting to, you know, that possibility is starting to become stronger. And that's about it with the whole talking about the whole clip stuff in the 2,000 years in the future. You know, I actually a little bit about the 2,000 years in the future. Is the 2,000 years in the future have to do, like I said, with the whole this is being our world, but it devolves into their world. Does it have something to do with that? Does it have something to do with the past universe? Because the past universe, we know time flows differently than their world. You know, we saw Zeke age, you know, years, and they're waiting for Eren to show up. And with, you know, they even emphasize the whole thing with, you know, time being frozen extremely slow. When you know, I don't know if that was for the dramatic effect or if it was like a legit thing about how the past universe flows, the time flows differently. So does the 2,000 years, is this someone speaking from within the past universe? You know, who's this person? Is Ymir? I always talk about, is it Armin, because he's like telling the story. And who's you? Is it Eren? Is it Ymir? Is it us? Or was it from someone in the past, you know, like I said, like Ymir, telling someone 2,000 years in the future? That's my last thing about time now. I'm just going to talk about stuff that happened last episode that I feel like I didn't really touch on in the post discussion. Galliard died. I feel like I didn't really talk about it too much last time. I don't know if I even talked about it at all. I probably said something, but you know, it continues the theme of two brothers. That was the title of the episode. You know, we had Galliard and his brother. I forgot his name. I don't know why I say Marco. Is that his name? That might be wrong. But him and his brother, we had Colt and Falco, and then we had Eren and Zeke. You know, all brothers there. And we saw Galliard basically give up his life for Reiner. And of course, you know, Galliard explained this. He believed that it was over for him. You know, his Titan healing ability was at its max, and we kind of saw that. You know, his face was like half destroyed, and it wasn't really healing properly. And considering the situation, you know, in the battleground, he might not have made it. You know, ultimately, you know, he's getting thrashed in the battle. So, you know, maybe it was a good logical conclusion, because I mean, Galliard knew Falco too. He might even think Falco's, you know, still on their side or whatever, which he might be. He's kind of in the middle. But he also, you know, he didn't completely do it for that. He also did it for Reiner, because he talked about, I mean, Galliard and Reiner had a connection. You know, they were friends. You know, as much shit they gave each other in the past or whatever, they were friends. And Galliard explained it that, or he said that, I saw my memories and how my brother made you into the warrior just so he could save me. And it's kind of, and he also, you know, must have known his brother's sacrifice for, you know, saving Reiner, you know, pushing Reiner out of the way. And I feel like he's kind of continuing the cycle of saving people, because that's what I'm gonna say. Marco, because no, Marco is I think I just messed up. Marco is the guy within the walls, isn't he? Isn't he the guy? I'm confusing people so badly right now, but I'm pretty sure Marco is the guy that got fed in the first battle of Trost. I think it was Trost. The Battle of Tross, where he was eaten like half. Yeah, that was Marco. Never mind. Marco was the guy within the walls, and he was about to be a scout with them, but he died in the Battle of Tross. I forget what that guy's name is. But Galliard's brother. Galliard's brother, he saves Galliard because he doesn't make him a warrior. Of course, ultimately he ends up dying anyways. Turning into a warrior and getting fed to Falco, but. He attempts to save Galliard. He directly saves Reiner, and then you could even say Ymir was kind of a save. She saved people too. Jumping off the top of the tower to fight those titans to save everyone else. Even Historia. Ymir always gave this thing that I want you to live the life that you want to live, that you think will make you happy or whatever, and live for yourself. But really, Ymir always, a lot of the time, displayed moments where she didn't live about herself. She lived for other people, and especially for people like Historia. Jumping off the tower and almost killing herself. Luckily she had her Titan healing abilities, and she survived. And the scouts came in, and other reinforcements came in to fight off those Titans. And she also had the moment of she saved that one random recruit in the winter when it hit her and Historia at that moment. And she also had the moment where, she basically saved Reiner and Bertolt's ass, and she directly died because of it. Yeah, she went with them as basically a consolation prize or she replaced what she was supposed to be their result. They want to show results for going to the island, and it's like, here we at least came back with the Jaw Titan. It's something. We got the Jaw Titan back. We lost the female Titan, but at least we got the Jaw. We didn't suffer that many losses, or as many losses as we could have gone back with. At least we've identified the founding Titan, and we came back with the Jaw at least. And of course we still have the Colossal and the Armored Titan. And she basically, that was completely self-sacrifice there. She didn't have to do that. She could have just stayed in the walls or whatever. But she gave up her life to save Reiner and Bertolt's ass. So continuing the cycle of saving people within that chain of users, Galliard gives up his life for Falco and Reiner. Could that be a sign that Falco's about it? I don't know how much story is left here for Falco to even have a moment like this, but could Falco have a moment of sacrifice? Maybe. Yeah, and that was the Galliard piece that I want to do. That I want to talk about. Also, shout out to Pixis and Nile. They're the other people that I'm pretty sure I did not mention at all. It seems like they're just gone. They're just Titans. Is there a way to bring them back? Maybe. But Pixis and Nile, they're older dudes. They're not super important to the story. So there's totally a possibility that that's just it for them. But maybe Zeke would make it a point, now with his founding Titan and whatever else ability he might have thought about, that he'd want to bring back, those guys out of being Titans. Because, we know that Zeke cares about the people, the Eldian people. So there's a chance that he brings them back, but Pixis now might be done for. So, they might be Titan formed for the rest of the story, or, dead. Also, never really talked about Mikasa putting her scarf away, before the battle. She takes the scarf off. I forget if this is last episode, 2 episodes ago. She puts the scarf away. That was her thing that always connected her to Eren. That was the first thing Eren gave to her. when they met after the whole, killing those people thing. I mean, it was really just her connection to Eren. It symbolized her connection to Eren, and she puts it away because she's having conflicted feelings about him and their relationship. So it's kind of a sign of her trying to become more her own person, more independent, and maybe rid herself of her just desire to constantly help Eren. So that's an interesting thing there. Yeah, I think that's about it. That's all I want to talk about. I mean, I don't even think I need to do a recap for the last episode. I talked about a lot of the important stuff. I didn't talk about some of the extra stuff or whatever. But just know Eren crossed Zeke, Zeke crossed Eren, whatever. They headbutted, they touched heads, foreheads. Seems like the power activated. We'll see what Zeke does, or what happens, now that the Founding Titans, about to be fully used. I think I feel like he truly does want to do the euthanization. I don't think he has some kind of thing in the back of his mind that, oh, I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to do something else. If he's allowed to do it, he will do it. But obviously Eren's here, and we also have the founder Ymir, who Zeke called a slave. Basically, she's a slave to the royal family. But could she come into play? Will we finally see her memories? Now that we're seemingly unlocking the full Founding Titans powers. Will we see stuff in the future? Maybe, because like I said, the connection of the people of Ymir is boundless. So could we see memories from everything? I mean, I know that sounds like a lot, but we see, because we know people of the royal family, they get the crazy look in the eyes because of the whole the renouncing the war, the vow that the royal family had taken to not use the Founding Titan for anything and just stay in the walls or whatever. And obviously, I think it was, or not obviously, but it was pointed out that they see past their current time. They see everything. They know the future outcomes for this world. We saw with what's his name, the king before Historia's half sister, the holder of the fountain before her, the guy with the bull haircut or whatever. That was Kenny's friend or whatever. He was like his guard, basically, at the end. He explained that he knows this world's gonna go to shit, but in the meantime, I want to live peacefully inside the walls in my little own world or whatever, preaching to my people. Live these moments peacefully because I know they won't last. Is basically what he said. And so obviously that shows that he sees beyond his current time. He sees beyond these current moments. So we might be able to see some moments in the future, including the past. We'll see everything. Is what I'm kind of partly hoping for, but also partly expecting. I gotta stop talking because this has been long enough. Let's just get into the episode here. I'm actually incredibly nervous watching this. I don't know why. I'm getting really nervous. I feel like this is a huge episode. It's gotta be. Okay, baby. Looks like inside the walls. Eren, seems like. Oh, that crawling reminded me. Okay, Zeke. It looks like Zeke and Eren are watching memories of himself. Dad's memories, yeah. His dad's memory. Yeah, of course Zeke still hates his father. So, okay, Zeke is purposely showing him this. Yeah, so okay, so he just wants to do this to convince him that, hey, euthanization is the way. because Zeke still feels very close to Aaron. You know, he still views him as his brother. Forgetting your first family. I mean, I don't think he forgot about him. Well, I guess momentarily he did because of, you know, lost memories of his past. You know, he was clueless when he came to the walls. All I knew that he was a doctor. To those in power.
壁の王を追求し、始祖の巨人を奪うためだ。幻滅した。俺は間違ってた。生まれるべきじゃなかった。洗脳が解けたよ。
Sounds like more bullshit now from Aaron.
時間は無限にある。
Yeah.
まさかこんなに早く突き止めていたなんて。ここはなんだ。
Oh, yeah, Zeke hasn't seen this.
壁の王の目白だ。そんなはずはない。グリシャが始祖を奪ったのは。
Yeah, this is way before. Like, he still seems young in the face. Did Grisha somehow see memories to be able to do this? Like, how would he know? Did he just collect so much info that he just knew? Or was it, oh, maybe he was randomly getting memories from the future, from his future self? Like, he felt compelled to go there? Or was it that he just found out info? Yeah, and he's hugging his son. It's like he got future memories somehow. And of course, you know, he never felt that type of love as a child. Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, I see. He knew that shit was gonna go down if he did that. If anything, this is if anything, this is kind of convincing Zeke. I mean, even then he was looking at his. Yeah, I'm saying if anything, these memories are gonna convince Zeke. And he feels it. Yeah, he can't really see him, but he like senses him. Oh, he saw him for like a moment, or like maybe out of the corner of his eye. Now look at Aaron taking control here. All right. Woo! Oh my god, bro. Okay, so maybe Grisha did just find out based off of, you know, his role as a doctor, you know, getting close to people in power, and he just happened to find out where the thing was, but you know, like Zeke said, he held off because he knew the dangers of it, you know, what it could pose to his family if he attacked the king, you know. Because we obviously immediately saw that he went in to hug Aaron, because it seemed like he was hesitant because of, you know, his family, his wife and Aaron. So maybe, I wonder how long we're going to be in this sequence of memories here. No, it could be the whole episode. Because I feel like you really could have a whole episode of just memories. Because it seems like, you know, Zeke is in control here in terms of what he wants to do with the Founding Titan. So it has to be, all right, memories of the future. It has to be, we have to change Zeke's mindset. Or Zeke's mindset has to be changed. Grow freely. Okay, so he's over the thought that he was brainwashed. Yeah, that is the question. Look, I am free, or what? I've always been He's born into this world, as he always says. And even Zeke, yeah, Zeke doesn't even know about this stuff. Yeah. The whole, you know, if we kill all those people across the sea, will we finally be free? Yeah.
父親の望んだエルディア復権を否定し続けることでしか自分自身を肯定できない男。死んだ父親に囚われたままの哀れな男。
So against his father because he blames him. And Aaron's specifically looking back at this memory too here.
いいか、エレン。始祖の巨人の力は俺の手の中だ。安楽死計画は Yeah,
that's what I was saying too. Or not saying, but I was thinking. He wants to go through the euthanization plan hand in hand with Aaron. I mean, he has all the time in the world. I mean, why not attempt it? There's nothing stopping him from euthanization anyway. Do you see him again? Is that supposed to be the same day? Or like, you know, the day after? Zeke's face, man. Oh, he's looking straight at Aaron, our Aaron. Was he doing that in the original show? Or did they not even show his face when he said that? Are we gonna see more of this? Some stuff that we didn't see, maybe? I wonder if they saw them, like Zeke and Aaron. That'd be crazy. I feel like the girl, I always forget her name, but I feel like the girl might have seen them, because she has the founding titan. Yeah, she looks confused. I mean, we saw this face before though. Look, determined look after this, or like, That voice is so interesting.
この一家はここでグリシャによって皆殺しにされる。お前はかつてこの記憶を見たと言ったな。そして父親に深く失望した。あれも嘘だったの。
I feel like it might have been. I mean, he said anyone holding going against my freedom, I'll crush anyone that goes against my freedom or what I want to do.
我々はただ何も知らずに世界の怒りを受け入れれば死ぬのは我々エルディア人だけで済むのです。
Yeah, and Aaron's not he does not like that. He'd rather crush everyone else and have their freedom alive than the other way.
私が始祖の力を使えないことは9つの巨人にはそれぞれの特性がある。
Oh, is he about to the attack titan? Oh, never bowed to anyone. Oh, this is kind of a bar. This is a fire scene. Oh shit. Oh, for this moment. Oh, so that's the specific thing with the attack titan. Oh, I didn't expect that. Unless he's just saying that as like that's the thing that attack titan specifically, or is it with titan shifters, or something that someone in the attack? Yeah, because I mean, they never really discussed the attack titan's special trait. You know, most things have special traits. Yeah, fate. Something different?
できない。
Or is this what happened? Or is Eren gonna interfere here? Does Eren force him to do it?
はずだ。過去が変わるわけだ。
Eren looking down at him. The past can't just change. Is the past changing? Or is this some kind of time loop thing where Eren causes him to turn? And of course that leads into the timeline where Eren goes back through the memories and
立てよ父さ
and tells him this again.
ん。忘れたのか。何をしにここに来たのか。犬に食われた妹に報いるためだろう。復権派の仲間に、ダイナに、クルーガーに報いるために。進み続けるんだ。死んでも、死んだ後も。これは
Yeah, it started this story. You have to
物語だろう。
go through with it. That crazy. Oh my god, all these facial expressions are crazy. Oh my god. Hand to hand. Oh, the Historia kiss. Upside down. Yeah, jeez. Because, yeah, when Eren kissed Historia's hand, he got memories of this past moment. So, did Eren see more than we saw when he kissed Historia? Did he see himself interfering with the thing, too? And so that's how he knew that when it came the time to... Yeah, this is fucking crazy. So that he knew that he had to do that too? Yeah, and he's talking to Eren because he knew Eren was talking to him. He did it for his son and for Eldia.
なぜ全てを見せてくれない。
Yeah, he wants to, kind of wants to,
彼らの
he wants to know the results of his insane action. He wants to know it wasn't pointless killing. Only Eren will get what he wants.
何を言っている。
He knows the type of, yeah.
記憶を見た。
Okay, so he's already seen Eren's memories.
前なのか。大きく
This music, jeez.
お前を
Damn. Jesus, man. What? Okay. And this is, you know... And this is an important moment for Zeke here. He finally gets his, you know... Basically his one-on-one with his father. And yeah, even... Yeah, Grisha's scared of Eren. T-pose, okay. Damn. Alright, so that episode was insane. It kind of... It lived up to what I thought, you know, the type of episode this could be, you know. But, jeez. Okay, first of all, I wasn't expecting... So, okay, I was expecting to see some memories here, you know. Some past memories. You know, I even said in the intro that, you know, maybe we could see some future memories, but obviously we didn't. Maybe that's something for next episode. I don't know. I mean, this episode was titled Memories of the Future. That's obviously talking about, well, first of all, we're going through memories of the past, but it also mentioned, you know, and found out that the Attack Titan has a special trait that it's able to see memories of its past and future holders. It has the special ability to specifically be able to see the memories of future and past holders of the Attack Titan, which the other Titans, the other 8 Titans, have some, you know, semblance of this ability. or not, maybe not even specifically them, but any Titan shifter, you know, we know that they see partial memories of the future, past. You know, we saw with Falco, we knew before he was a Titan shifter that he was going to be a Titan shifter. You know, he had memories of future things, or past things, I should say, where he was talking about he was swinging and he had swords and he was fighting Titans, or he saw Titans, which is obviously past memories. I'm pretty sure, you know, the past memories of Ymir's past memories of being in the scouts and, you know, in the military. So he was experiencing Ymir's memories, but obviously those past memories, and but it didn't seem like he had a full, a complete image of these memories. Whereas the way Grisha explained it, the Attack Titan can see specifically, you know, very vivid and memories of past and future holders, which I kind of just thought was something any Titan shifter can do, but it seems like maybe, or like I said before, maybe every Titan shifter can do it, but the Attack Titan's ability to do it is much more potent and much more exact, or maybe much more controlled. Because even Eren asked, you know, just in the past, in one of the after Armin gained Bertolt's Colossal Titan power, he was like, "Oh, Armin, have you looked through? Have you experienced or looked through Bertolt's memories?" And he said, I think Armin replied yes, and he explained that though there's not much important things, you know, it's mostly whatever stuff, unimportant things to what was relevant to them at the time. So the assumption there is that Armin did see some memories, but I guess it's just on a different level than the Attack Titan. And that is, you know, something that every Titan has, you know, its own unique ability. You know, the Colossal Titan's giant. The female Titan has, like, you know, a mini scream, like a miniature version of like Zeke's scream ability. Probably not be able to, you know, completely turn Titans, but being able to, you know, call them or somewhat control them. And, you know, you go down the list of the lines, you go down the list of the Titans here, they all have, you know, their special ability, except for the Attack Titan, which, you know, when you think about it on paper, you know, maybe we were meant to, you know, maybe question that, what's the Attack Titan's special ability? I never actually gave it any thought. I probably should have, you know, put the, you know, connect the dots that, hey, everything else has a special ability. You know, obviously that's something you notice, but it's not something that you may, you know, maybe some people do, but some people, you know, may just look at it and be like, whatever, that's just how it is. And that maybe, you know, the Attack Titan's special ability, it's every consistent mentality of, you know, continue the fight and, you know, fighting for freedom, bowing down to no one. But it does have its own special ability, and it's the whole memory thing, and it's something that only, you know, Attack Titan users would know because it's something that's not physically, you know, evident to other people and other Titan shifters. So that's a big, you know, revelation. It's something special that the Attack Titans can do, Attack Titan users. So then that goes back to what I discussed in my intro. We saw some memories, and I thought at first that it was every user that was before Eren, you know, including, like, I thought there were memories of every holder of Eren's Titans, you know, the Founding Titan and Warhammer Titan and the Attack Titan, but it seems like it was specifically memories of Attack Titans, which kind of busts my theory that those people, like the goth girl, glasses girl, and blonde girl, were memories of Ymir, or the Founding Titan, because none of those memories are Founding Titan memories. They're all Attack Titan memories. So it could still be the case, the whole, you know, this is our world but in the future, but, you know, dystopian, and that they were one of the original Attack Titans, or whoever saw that all of those people was the original Attack Titan. or it could be that Aaron's Titan is passed on, and those are future memories of society as it develops, but in the eyes of a future attack Titan holder. I did say that I don't know if time shifters will exist past the show. They're past Eren. Don't know. Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely not memories of Ymir. It might be memories of a past attack Titan holder, like really past, or it could be in the future, but I kind of don't think it's the future. It's probably in the past, in some weird time stuff. So really this whole memory sequence is really a bigger revelation for us and Zeke than it was for someone like Eren, because before going into this, Zeke's intention was to use these memories of Grisha to convince Eren that, hey, your father's a dickhead, he's brainwashed you into who you are now. What you're doing is really just a result of your father, and this is your chance to go into the right path here, go back to your true self, before your father's brainwashing. Join me hand in hand as brothers, and we will go through with the euthanization plan and end all this suffering and have everything end. The danger of the Titans and the Titan shifters and the founding Titan. This all ends with us. No more Eldians. So the most hated race and marginalized and whatever word you want to throw out there, race or group of people is gone by by Zeke's own ruling. And all the suffering ends with them, and they go out peacefully, die naturally, whatever. That was Zeke's plan, but it seemed like this is more of Eren did not change after this. Eren's mentality, who he thinks he is and what he plans to do has not changed after seeing all this. Really, he was just following along what he planned on doing, or what was expected of him. But Zeke, he starts to see that Grisha loved you as a child, loved Eren as a child, loved his family. He didn't have that image of him. He always thought, to him, Carla and Eren were just tools to continue in his quest to free Eldia. But he kind of discovered that that Grisha had really, kind of moved a little bit past that. He started to feel, he showed that he really truly loved Zeke and his former wife. He loved them as a family. And that he regrets everything that he did, basically, or most of the things that he did. He regrets it. He wished he could have spent more time with Zeke, and that he didn't want to. He also stopped himself from going to the king's lair or whatever, because he cared so much about his current family. He didn't want to see, he didn't want to end. He didn't want to begin the string of events that would eventually lead to, their family breaking apart. This seems, what the case was there. He's like, I'm having, he's having such a good time here with his family, living his life as a doctor, that he doesn't want these good times to end. So he's like, I'll wait, I'll go back, hug my son, hug my wife or whatever, and continue to enjoy what I've got here. So we see that Zeke is kind of, or not Zeke, Grisha has basically renounced his original thoughts as a young man that, hey, we need to restore Eldia. his passion and his want to do that is flamed out and has been replaced with his passion, his love for his family. And he's filled with regret of his past decisions, and that's what Zeke notices. He sees the humanity in Grisha finally. He saw him as a monster that brainwashed his children, but now he saw him as a human just like himself that makes mistakes, and he truly loved for the people closest to him. And we see that Zeke discovers that it wasn't Grisha that was the monster. It seems like it was Eren that was the monster. He's the one behind. It wasn't Grisha controlling Eren. It was more actually Eren controlling Grisha, which is a crazy plot twist to us, and especially for Zeke, that we see that Eren really what am I trying to say? Eren really like reinforces his words there, that he really shows that he means what he says, that I'm my own person. I was born into this world. I'm no brainwashed child. I am who I am. I've been who I am since birth. And he's the one that's taking control here. He's the one that's really led this whole world onto this path. I'm my own person. I'm different, and he continues to show that what he fights for is what he fights for. He fights for his own freedom, his freedom of his people. And he said it, in that important scene with Reiner under the stage in Marley, that I continue to fight until my enemies are gone. The enemies in front of me are gone, are destroyed, or whatever word exactly he used to describe that. But he continues to fight. He doesn't bow down to anyone, and that's just Eren's character. He's consistent about it, and he's showing to Zeke that this is truly who I am and not some product of some other man. So yeah, we're kind of seeing that. I said this, but that's really, I feel like the big point here is that the monster here isn't Zeke. I mean Grisha, it's Eren. And I think this goes back to the scene that I always bring up. The whole last episode of season 1, when he turns into the fiery titan with the berserk titan, and he says he's gonna kill all the titans and destroy the world. We see that Eren, this shows like the monster side of him, and we see throughout the show. I believe it was what's his name, the commander of the recruits, the guy that trains the recruits, that was a former scout regiment leader, I forget his name. He said, when he was describing Eren, when he was talking to Eren, he's like, oh, you look so much like your mother, but those fangs in your eyes are your father. Describing Eren as a kind of as a beast, if you want to say, with the description of fangs. And we see Levi saying he's Levi and Erwin, and a lot of the people in the scout regiment describe him as a scary guy. I know there's moments throughout the show with like specific quotes of how they describe him as like a beast, or he's wild, he does his own thing, he's uncontrollable, he's he's a wild card, and he's kind of a danger to humanity in a sense. I can't bring them up exactly because it's been a while since I've watched the show, but I know there's moments like that where Erwin and Levi and whoever else you want to say is described like that. So, but then there's also moments throughout the show where we see Eren's love for his comrades and whatever else. So it's kind of tough to exactly call him a monster, as I've called him here, because we do see some humanity in him, a lot of humanity in him. even as a child, he's like, I don't want those lives to go to waste. You know, when he's talking about Scout Regiment, you know, he cares about, you know, those lives that were lost. He described those people, you know, when we saw the Titans that were dropped off the wall, you know, like the crawling Titan. He was like, you know, this is a former, you know, like comrade or whatever the word exactly described it. So, and obviously we've seen his care for like Armin and Mikasa and his other friends. So to say exactly he's a monster, I don't know, but that's kind of the way this episode described it. If you want to say specifically for one episode, you know, this is how we're supposed to view Eren as a monster. Yeah. But I don't know. It kind of seems like it's almost like Eren is like a unique individual even amongst the Attack Titans. You know, we saw Grisha. He ultimately, you know, bowed down to his love for his family. You know, his love, you know, his own moral integrity. You know, I don't want to kill these children. And he, you know, apologized to Zeke and everything, and he was like, please stop Eren. Eren in that sense is very unique as an Attack Titan. Because even, you know, a former Attack Titan user was like, you know, this guy's kind of crazy. This guy is you know, even more about this than I am. And it's almost like Eren's like the real manifestation, you know, pure manifestation of the Attack Titan. He's the, you know, the true Attack Titan, you could almost say. But, you know, but yeah, I mean, you could say that, especially with the whole thing that time's like kind of irrelevant in this story. You know, maybe he's more of the source for the Attack Titan more than anything. But there are also past users. I also wonder, like, who was the original Attack Titan user. You know, we might see that, you know, see some original Titan users. Could like the goth and glasses girl or whatever also be like original Titan users, if, you know, the whole they're the past kind of thing, you know, random thing that they're out there, small chance, but whatever. What else do I want to discuss? Also, you know, one thing I didn't expect is, you know, when you're looking through the memories in the Founding Titan, you're able to somewhat alter these memories and, you know, be able to affect these memories and basically, you know, kind of time travel almost, you know, have like a time travel kind of effect, where you're able to affect these past moments and, you know, maybe even future moments or whatever. You know, we saw that with Eren telling Grisha to, hey, you need to do it, you know, egging him on to do it, to kill those, you know, turn into a Titan, take the Founding Titan and kill the family. Which of course is like some time loop thing where, you know, where Eren told him to do that, which then, you know, sets him onto the path of Eren eventually telling him to do that. You know, it's a crazy time loop or whatever. You know, future thing forcing a past thing to happen, which then leads to the future thing. It's weird. Always weird to think about that, but, you know, it's something that's in play because time doesn't matter. That the time is not, you know, linear or whatever, however you want to describe it. And also, what is Eren gonna do next episode? You know, Eren was like T-posing on Zeke or whatever. He seemed like he was prepared to do something, but, you know, as far as we know, Zeke is in full control. Zeke said he was in full control, Does Aaron have something up his sleeve? Did he use his future and past memories to somehow decide what to do, or does he just know something's gonna happen anyways? So like something's destined to happen, or he knows that, you know, the way the memories panned out and, you know, how Zeke viewed them, that Zeke's has had a mindset change and he's able to do something. Does he have memories that he could use to somehow use Ymir to his advantage? We don't know yet. Yeah, I don't know. The big thing here, this episode's Aaron. What is Aaron? What is his plan? You know, all we know is he's gonna keep moving forward. He's not gonna bow down to anyone, and he's gonna destroy his enemies in front of him. The enemies in front of him, and he will continue to do so until, you know, he can't. So the assumption is he's just gonna crush the world outside of Eldia, outside of Parity. You know, with the rumbling or whatever. Will he actually go through it? Will he actually be able to do it? Will he actually be able to fully control the Founding Titan? Will he somehow be able to convince Zeke? Probably not. I mean, even Zeke had his moment, you know, crying and full of tears when Grisha approached him, and, you know, finally they had their one-on-one after everything that happened. Important scene for Zeke. And he finally, you know, like I said before, you know, he finds out that Grisha's, you know, a human, a guy like anyone else, a guy like him. And Zeke seemingly, you know, kind of forgives him. You know, he doesn't straight out say it, you know, he probably still hates the things that he did, but there is a moment of empathy for his father there. And we see it, you know, with his tears, his father finally telling him that he loves him. Really powerful scene, honestly. And seeing, you know, how tragic some of these characters are, really. And the music was so good, you know, in those moments. The epic music and that, and, you know, when we were under in the King's Lair, as I'm calling it. But yeah, I think those are the biggest takeaways from that episode. Anything else really notable? I mean, there are. I could keep rambling and, you know, repeating some of the stuff I said, but I kind of just want to kind of relax my eyes and my mind after seeing that. Like that was kind of just a big fuck you, fuck your head, you know. We're gonna just grab your head and like scramble it because of all the craziness that happened this episode. It was a really good episode. I like that. We'll see what happens in the next episode. I fully expect me to talk more about this episode in the next reaction video intro, because I'm gonna have by then I would have rewatched it, looked through it more carefully, because, you know, my outro, or not my outro, but my discussion section of these reaction videos are always, you know, directly after watching the episode, you know, because I feel like this is part of the fun of reaction videos, is getting your immediate reaction, your live reaction of what happened. So I'm discussing exactly what I saw, but, you know, the intro of next episode will be more some extra thoughts that I picked up and thought about, you know, and some things I noticed throughout the episode, just like, you know, this episode's intro. But I'll try and not, you know, have it be like 30+ minutes long like this intro was. So expect that. You know, I can't wait for next week's episode. I'm super excited. We'll see what happens. Go check out my other reactions. I started a new show, My Joseph Darling, so go check that out if you're interested in that show. Go check out playlists for this channel, and that's about it, guys. Peace out.